Hello, I'm David Lumb with your update from the south. Neighbours heard the screams, but no one called police. Andrea Lyons was murdered by her partner in Swindon. Now her family are encouraging people to report cases of domestic violence. And take a look at this. Lewis Hamilton received a Guard of Honour when he visited the Mercedes team factory at Brackley. He's just won his 4th world title. Turning now to tomorrow's weather, and it's a bit of light rain and drizzle to begin with, but mostly dry, windier later with highs of 14 Celsius.
Good evening. The Oxford-based charity Oxfam says it's dismissed 20 members of staff over allegations of sexual abuse in the past year. David Lumb has been following the story and is at Oxfam's headquarters tonight. David, what more do we know?
Well, Geraldine, what we're talking about here is 87 claims, 53 of which were referred to the police. 53 fans made the journey to Colchester to watch the game. One of them was Ryan. He joins me now. Ryan, tell me about the atmosphere on the night.
Absolutely incredible. It doesn't matter how much you dream, it doesn't matter how much you see it happen to other teams. The reality is 10 times better.
And who ideally would you like in this draw?
If I got to choose, it'd be Luton Town.
This is a completely original 1954 Austin Healey. It's typical of the type of car you'll find here at Bicester Heritage. So the forklift truck has been driven down this road here. He's gone past this pub. A load of people playing darts inside have come out to see what's going on. And then he's done a left into Baskerville Road before doing a U-turn and driving up to Sedgewell Road.
Good evening. First tonight, in the past hour, it's been revealed the entire RAF airbase at Halton is to shut within the next 6 years. Our reporter David Lumb has been finding out more. And David, what more do we know at the moment?
Well, Adina, this is a very important base. It's not an operational base as such. It's mainly used for training. It used to be a power station, but now it's a vintage car showroom. Just one of a number of exciting things taking place right here.
David Lumb's been following the story. David, it's taken a long time to get to this point.
Oh yes, Geraldine, as you know, we've been following this story closely since Connor's death 4 years ago. One of the important things to realise is that ever since Connor's death, or soon after Connor's death, she decided to relinquish her licence from the General Medical Council anyway, so she's been unable to work in the UK. And each time they're having to liaise with the contractors on the ground to withdraw those crucial pieces of evidence. The idea of it is basically to simplify the existing benefits system. It affects people on job seekers allowance from housing benefit. They're actually offering half-price tickets to anyone who backed the campaign on a first-come, first-served basis. If you can't make it this evening, then there are a couple of other events. There's a concert at St John the Evangelist tomorrow, and then a couple of concerts taking place on Sunday. Well, Jet Letts converted to Islam when he was still at school in Oxford. In 2014, he travelled to Jordan when he was 18 years of age, and by the autumn of that year, he was in Islamic State-controlled territories. Well, the weather today, as you can see, has been absolutely glorious, and it's looking like it will stay pretty good for the rest of the weekend as well, although there may be some showers on Sunday. Now, if you can't make it, remember you can follow all the action on BBC Radio Oxford. You can also go online, that's bbc.co.uk/Oxford, or you can follow our Facebook pages. Would you challenge someone you saw dropping litter? Time to put it to the test. Onlookers were clearly very unimpressed, but for 40 minutes I was unchallenged. Then came Kevin, the bus driver.
There is a bin, mate.
Sorry?
There is a bin.
Well, that's David Lumb, who's live for us tonight in Charlbury. David, how unusual is this idea?
Well, Jerome, it's not a unique idea. There have been plans to do something very similar to this in Lincolnshire. They're in the process of trying to push that through right now. I'm currently standing outside Charlbury Medical Centre, and here, like at doctor surgeries across the county, they're having to deal with the challenges of dealing with a rising and ageing population. So I've just spoken to one of the directors. He didn't want to speak on camera, but he did tell me that the decision to go into administration was regrettable. He said there are two main factors. One, the difficult trading conditions at the moment, and two, the fact that they were hoping to benefit from two major projects which have failed to materialise. Reading, for instance, has the third highest level of bus passengers per head outside of London. How much, mate? Even Milton Keynes, a town traditionally designed for the car, is transforming. First, though, it's time for me to master the art.
You have to go around circles again.
This room may be quiet now, but a few hours ago it was packed with people as counting took place for the Buckinghamshire County Council local elections. Here are the results. Now, we've heard one example of a restaurant worker being paid well below the minimum wage. The worker did overtime for free and had to hand over all the tips that he got to the boss. Now, this is a bit like prescribing an own brand cola instead of Pepsi or Coke. But instead of fizzy drinks, we're talking about lower cost drugs. Hello, I'm David Lumb with your update from the South. A promise to make homes affordable. The Chancellor has used today's budget to announce a £215 million package to build homes in the region. It includes a commitment to the east-west rail line between Oxford and Cambridge. Do you have fake grass like this? Wildlife experts say it harms earthworms, birds and other creatures. Suppliers say the fears are exaggerated. Turning now to tomorrow's weather, and the early rain will clear through the morning to leave a mainly dry day. It will be breezy and cool with highs of 10 Celsius, so make sure you have a very good evening.